Welcome back into the studio for the mixed media deck build. To learn more about the deck build, please click on the description box below. Per usual, I'm starting off with some collage, but this time I have this, excuse me, leftover wrapping paper that I thought was very pretty. So I am going to be using that as my collage fodder for the back of this card. I don't know if you could tell here, but my camera is starting to list a little to the bottom. Hopefully that didn't sidetrack you, but I am, while that's happening, I am also collaging down some book paper. One of my favorite things to do after collaging is to actually get the opportunity to cut away the excess off of these cards. There's something very satisfying about doing that, and I haven't done it on all of them depending on where I was headed, but that's happening here, and there's a lot to trim off. Sometimes I save those edges. Yes, it's bad. I am crossing off numbers because there are numbers here from those book pages. So I'm counting it. Prompt number 2. Done. I am pulling out this stamp set from Stampers Anonymous. It's called Ledger Script. I love it, and I felt like it needed to happen. So yeah, it's gonna happen with a little black soot. Can be hard to find, but we'll fight this off until it's out of sight. Well, I felt like the numbers needed to be more, more. So I am coming in with this Carabella stamp with numbers on it. I'm going to get that stamped also in black soot. I'm stamping it onto a piece of paper, like that wrapping paper, stark white. Yeah. I'm going to come in with these distress watercolor pencils. I believe this pink one is picked raspberry. I just want to give it a little bit more punch. And so I'm going to just put some water on my back paper here and kind of rub it in there, get it really moist, and then putting my hand more to the back end of that pencil, I'm going to kind of organically make some colorful marks on here. It's very watercolorish, but it does give me that pop in those white areas, just kind of bringing it together a little bit. And yeah, you know those numbers on the white paper, the back of that we stamped the Carabella stamp. I'm going to give that needed, I felt, a little bit of, yeah. All right, it's time to add a little metal to the scene, and we're gonna do that with a bottle cap. Now this is a bottle cap where I've pressed the edges down with a pair of pliers, and so then I'm gonna try and find a word or some words or a phrase that will fit in there and start to create a focal point. You know how I feel about threads, and so of course that's going to be part of this, but I really like how using that archival ink in black soot just to get the ridges of that bottle cap really pushed it out a lot. I really like that. So next thing is to find some words. I do use HG Designs has free word printables. I do have a link down below for you if you're interested in it. They are free printables, and that's what I'm using here today.
Watch out, this small world is closing in, no doubt. You've been in some nasty pain, but I'll shout right until you really hear. No way, I will let you dig your hole. I'll stay tickling your bored out soul, and we'll play pretend if it'll get you warm.
Once I get those words glued into the bottle cap, I'm going to come in with this diamond glaze and just fill the cavity of that bottle cap to give it some dimension, to give it kind of makes the words appear larger as well, although it does take a little bit for that stuff to dry.
So great. Take me by my arms and say, so first you color things this way, and you aren't typing the words down there. Take your backspace, sleep could be a splash of paint. We could be a splash of paint. Could be a splash of paint. Could be. We could be a splash. Could be a splash. We could be a splash of paint. Could be a splash.
Here's a hot tip, which you may have already heard from me, but with E6000 and with Fabri-Tac, you can tack set it by adding some heat to it.